Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 4th and final semester of nursing school little mukbang. So this time I have Jimmy John's because Jimmy John's honestly carried me through this last semester. Whenever I would have like a long study day, I would eat half the sandwich during lunch and half for dinner. So that's why we're gonna do Jimmy John's. I'm still here in Galveston and I have my AC on because it's super hot, so I'm sorry if it's annoying, but I like cannot film without it. Today we will be eating the number 4 turkey tom with provolone and no tomato because that's my go-to order. So there's that. And I have a lot of questions from y'all this time, like a lot. And these ones were just, I thought they were a lot of fun, so I really like the questions y'all sent me. However, you did send me a lot of questions about my engagement because I got engaged 4 days ago now. So I'm very excited and it's really just an exciting time. Like, honestly, I think I'm peaking in life right now. But I'm not going to be answering too many of those because first off, I don't have an answer to a lot of the questions you've asked, and I'm going to try to like do an engagement video, Q&A type thing maybe at some point whenever I do have like wedding plans or if I have like a story to share or something, but I don't have a lot right now. So in the meantime, I'm going to only be answering the nursing school ones, and maybe I'll dip a little bit into some of them. But I'm going to start eating because I'm super hungry. I already know what it's gonna taste like. It's gonna be good because I love these. We already knew it would be delicious. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the questions and get into it. So the first question is, what was your schedule like with lecture, lab, clinical, etc.? So this semester, for the first 7 weeks, we had adult 3. So I would have class like, it was Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Sometimes we'd have lab, and then I would have my clinicals on Thursday night shifts at UTMB for the ICU shifts. So we did that for 6 clinicals and 7 weeks of class. At that point, we did have other classes like EBP, leadership, core concepts, and capstone, but we didn't really start any of that too detailed until after adult 3 ended. So those first 7 weeks were really just adult 3. And then after those 7 weeks were over, on Wednesday mornings we would have our EBP class, but everything was just virtual, so it was super easy, low stress. And then we'd have our capstone shifts, which were random for everybody. There really was no like pattern to them unless their preceptor had a really specific pattern, but mine were just random. So this semester is a lot less structured and it's a lot more like individual because some people have capstone shifts while someone else is like sleeping, and it kind of gets a little confusing whenever we have group projects and stuff to do when some people have nights and some people have days. But all in all, it's kind of just a random schedule after that. But Wednesdays are still like our class days, so if we did have class, it would be on Wednesdays and it would just be on Zoom. I'm so hungry. The next question is, were you filming a TikTok on campus today? And I posted this yesterday. I did not film any TikToks, but I was on campus yesterday, so maybe you saw me? Maybe I was doing something like dancing or something, but I wasn't filming any TikToks yesterday, but I think that's funny, so no, I wasn't. The next question is, how are all of your classes organized? I'm so confused how they fit in 5. So kind of like how I said, we start with adult 3 and that's like the most hefty, but the rest really aren't that big of a deal. Capstone is just doing your clinicals. EBP is just doing your group project. Leadership had more structure. It had 2 tests, an ATI and a final. And then our core concepts class was just to prepare us for comprehensive. So it really wasn't too bad. It sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad. And then the next question is, when do you start applying for jobs? So I applied for jobs starting last December and I accepted my job offer in February. I have a whole video on accepting the process and like going through the process, and I will put that up here so you can check that out because I answered a lot of job questions on that video. Okay, someone asked, what are all the negative aspects of your clinical experience? Like nurse burnout, not wanting to teach, negative, mean, unsupportive nurses, teachers, if you experienced anything like that. So I didn't experience it a whole lot because I'm honestly one of those people where if somebody's like burnt out or they refuse to teach me, I also refuse to be taught by someone who doesn't want to teach me. So I will speak up and ask for somebody else. I know that there's a lot of like nurse burnout And I totally understand that, but it's not like an energy that I want to be surrounded by or taught by. And it honestly like makes for a really unsafe environment when someone doesn't want to teach you and then asks you to do something. So yeah, personally, I just recommend in that situation standing up for yourself and speaking up for yourself so that you're not ending up in a situation like that. Is it hard to work night shift and try to maintain a social life? So I saw this question and I thought it was funny because I don't have a social life, but it's not because of night shift, it's just because of nursing school. So a social life might happen once I graduate, and I will let you guys know how I manage the night shift with a social life whenever the situation arises. This one is, what's your favorite cuss word and how has being a nurse impacted this decision? So my favorite cuss word is, I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm just going to spell it. It's DEADASS. That's my favorite word because I just think you can add it to like anything instead of saying like yes, or instead of saying like literally. It gives a lot more like spice to the conversation, and it's not like really bad. So if you accidentally say it in a professional setting, people don't get as mad about it as they would if you say like a different curse word. So that's why that's my favorite word. Okay, how do you figure out timing with taking the NCLEX, graduating, and getting a job? So for us, I think it's different in different states, so don't quote me on it, but we were to get a job, so I have a job. I didn't have to take the NCLEX yet. I didn't have to graduate to get the job. I just had to get the job during my last semester. Then I'm gonna take the NCLEX sometime, probably a month or so after I graduate, and then I'll start my job like a week or so after that. So that's how the process works. You get a job before you graduate, and then you take your NCLEX before you start. Everywhere does it kind of differently. Some places let you work with a temporary license. Some places you have to like have your license already done to like even apply for a job. So it depends, but that's the situation I'm in. Okay, the next question is, do you have any advice for taking pharmacology? So I took pharm in my second semester, if you haven't seen those videos, and it was my least favorite class of the entire program, but my advice is to like teach each other as much as you can. That honestly is what helped me, like teaching my friends, or we'd make like inappropriate memory tricks that make you laugh so you don't forget them. It honestly made studying for pharm a lot more fun than studying for other subjects, so there's that. But honestly, like you just have to like really work super hard to memorize it because it is a memorizing thing, and think of the ways that you memorize best. So if you learn best with like auditory or visual or like drawing pictures, like do what you need to do. But it's memorization, and the better that you can memorize, the better you will do. And besides memorizing, it's also helpful if you can kind of understand like what diseases they're used for, so that you can like better understand how that medication would work on that disease. But that involves a lot of patho, and if you were not very good at patho, don't overwhelm yourself with that. This question was asked last week, and it was, when are you getting engaged? And it's from Cam. Here we are, we got engaged, guys. I'm peeking. This one says, how do you feel being only one test away from finally being a registered nurse? By the way, I love you. I love you too. And I am very excited. I'm in denial. I feel like I'm still in nursing school. I'm having like an identity crisis, and there's that, but really excited, and I'm feeling confident for now. I know that will change as time goes on, and I'm gonna get anxious and yada yada yada. However, for now, I'm just really excited and proud of myself for being here, and I feel like I'm peaking. This one says, how are you studying for the NCLEX? So if you have advice, please comment down below. But I'm currently using UWorld as my main source of studying for the NCLEX. I'm just doing practice questions. I'm doing them random, not even by subject. I'm just like fireballing them. I click all the subjects, all the categories, and just completely do random practice questions right now. So if you have better advice for me, let me know. I'm also planning on doing those Mark K lectures that are on, I think, Spotify. So definitely gonna do those, but right now those are my only sources, and the only one I've done so far is UWorld. Okay, this question says, tell us about some of your favorite moments from nursing school. So some of my favorite moments from nursing school are just like all the times that I like made a new friend, or like bonded with somebody over like a bad test grade, or being nervous, or like maybe late night studying and getting to that like psychosis stage where you just don't know what's going on and you're stressed and overwhelmed. even though those are like the bad feelings, looking back, that is where I made some of my best friends. And it's what's making saying goodbye to like this Galveston area and like the people at the school so hard. I honestly did not like come here planning to like make friends. I honestly was like, I'm just gonna get my degree and head right on out. But instead I made such great friends and moved in with like the coolest girls. And I'm just like so happy with how like my entire experience at this school went. Personally, I loved my time at A&M and I'm really proud of my degree there, but I just don't think that that school and that culture was like meant for me, whereas like the culture and everything at this school fits my vibe a lot better, and I just didn't ever think I would make so many friends in such a short amount of time, and I didn't think that leaving would be so hard. I'm so thankful to be ending a long distance situation and finally be like living with my fiance and like not being far apart. However, it is really hard to say goodbye to the people that I've like met and gotten really close to here. So there's that. Also, nursing school parties hit way different. They are so fun. 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, so those are all the questions that I had for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my final 4th semester mukbang. If you have any more questions, I'll probably end up doing like another nursing school Q&A or something like that at some point. And I will be answering engagement questions and wedding questions in the future. Right now, I literally have no plans, no wedding date, nothing like that. Like, I'm just trying to enjoy the current moment right now. It's my graduation week and Kyle graduates from his master's program in May. So we're kind of just trying to like enjoy our graduations and not stress about the wedding, but it'll be something that we'll talk about at some point. And as far as like how much I'm gonna share, I'm not really sure at the moment on like how much detail I'm planning on giving or anything like that. So please respect like boundaries and stuff when the time comes, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am graduating this week, so I will be posting that vlog very soon, and I hope you guys enjoy. But thank you so much for coming on this whole nursing school journey with me. Seriously means like the most. I'll talk about this a little bit more on my actual graduation video, but it's just like crazy how much my channel like grew throughout this program, and I'm planning on continuing my content, whether it be new grad content, wedding content, whatever you guys want to see. Let me know in the comments on like how you guys want to see the channel going forward, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!
I don't wanna let you down. It's the only thing I think about every morning. You know my life ain't figured out, but I promise if you stick around it'll never get boring. We'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flats even though we can't afford